Here we are in the area that's proposed to be a parking lot, and adjacent just over here is where they propose an event lawn. But this is one of the densest stands of native and endemic flora in Bermuda. I think it's comparable to Cooper's Island Nature Reserve or even Nonsuch Island. And you can see so many examples of our native flora. Here's our yellowwood. There's only 16 or less mature trees still standing in Bermuda. Right here you can see our shrubby fleabane, and whilst it's more common, it's loved by various birds. And what you see is quite a few holes in the leaf, and you see that on many species, but that just demonstrates the symbiotic relationship that it holds with an insect. Most of our native and endemics, you'll see that, but all of them have the capacity to grow right through it. I did mention, and I think it's really important to reiterate, our endemic species like the Bermuda palmetto are only found here in Bermuda, and they're part of our own heritage. Our buttonwoods that make our foreshores safe. I think much of our foreshore would have already been lost if it wasn't for this species. Absolutely critical to the long-term sustainability of Bermuda. If we go over here a little further, I can show you various other species like our olivewood, our coastal sephora, Lamarck trema, boxbriar, and numerous others. Come with me. We see more of the buttonwood, strengthens our foreshore. And right here, another one of our very important endemic species, Bermuda olivewood, found nowhere else in the world. And one of the hardiest plants I've ever seen in my life. It withstands our hurricanes, and at the same time, never loses a leaf or changes color. It's for everyone. And we want to make sure it's forever. Right here, we're beginning to see our snowberry coming into fruit just after the flowering. This is an active area that I come to collect seed as we continue to propagate our native and endemics to create strongholds across the island to preserve our natural heritage. As we look in the area that will potentially be a parking lot, you can see one of the largest stands of snowberry in Bermuda in heavy seed right now. And arguably how critical it is then to the various smaller birds, typically like warblers, that will take advantage of all that food. What's interesting, when we're trying to develop native and endemic habitats, success is found when we see natural recruitment occurring, and that's what's happening right here. We're actually seeing that this bay grape wasn't planted. I know this olivewood was, and many of the plants that we see have been, but many have not. They're actually just seeding and growing up on their own. That's called natural recruitment. That is a moniker of success in conservation activities. People seem to think our natives and endemics aren't beautiful, or often the flowers are quite small, but the turnera is a stunning yellow. It flowers multiple times in a year. And this is, I think all of these are examples of plants you could consider planting in your garden at home to help build on Bermuda's sustainability. I love the flowering of the Jamaican dogwood. I know it has a little bit of a black sooty mold on it, which is pretty common in a shadier environment, but it will grow right through that. Look at that fresh leaf, beautiful flowers there. Further to that, and something extremely rare to see in the wild, and it's in seed right now. This is coastal sephora. We've just missed the flowering, a beautiful yellow flower. I think this is potentially the most beautiful of our native flora. In seed right now, very rare to see. It's actually butterfly attractant as well. Lovely gray foliage with a bright yellow flower, some nectar in there that migratory birds love. In the background, I can see various palmettos, and of course this large bay grape, which has a stunning example of a nest up top. Oh my God, I just want to share with you, because I'm personally taken away right now. I almost never see this plant. This is in the top rare plants of Bermuda, Bermuda passiflora. And that three leaf there is what caught my eye. And you see the tendril there, a perfect example of what you see on most passiflora species. Very rare, very hard to come by. So as we look, even in a space right here, more coastal sephora, more fleabane, more dogwood, all touching up. The whole of the complex is majority native and endemic species. So for that reason, what I want you to do is consider our heritage. It's for all of us. It's important. It sustains us, and it needs your help. So I want you to join our cause in working to protect and preserve Bermuda's natural and cultural heritage. Write your MP. Contact us at the National Trust, at BEST, the Audubon Society. Whatever it is, we want you to know that your voice is important in ensuring that we have a Bermuda that's for everyone, forever.